Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I have to look at this because I've been trying to do this video for the last 15 minutes and it just hasn't been working. Anyway, I'm Blackbright, broadcasting out the UK, and I tend to talk about subjects that I think have public interest. And I'm not a qualified lawyer or anything like that, or immigration officer or anything. I just talk about things that I find interesting, and I use my analytical mind to put pieces together. Now, today I came across a news item about 29,000 Nigerians being deported. And I'm thinking to myself, 29,000? Where the hell do you get 29,000 Nigerians from to deport? And quite rightly, the Nigerian government are really alarmed by it because, number one, they weren't told before it was plastered all over the media. They don't know who the people are. They don't know if they're even Nigerian. They don't know their ages. They don't know how long they've been in the country. They don't know the offences. They don't know why they're coming back. They don't know if there are any human rights issues. They don't know if they've exhausted any legal entitlement. And the UK is apparently it was 2 million, but the official figure is 29,000. Now, I know as a British Jamaican, so many people copy Jamaicans. They put on their accent, they dress like them, they walk like them. You don't know that they're not Jamaican. The only people who know they're not Jamaican are indigenous Jamaicans, because no matter how somebody else puts on a Jamaican accent, you know it's not genuine. So I was wondering if, in the absence of documentation, because a lot of people that they pick up for deportation, they're undocumented. So how do they get the identity? How do they get the ID of these people? I mean, if they came on a false passport, how do they know who these people are, what nationality they are, in order to say, okay, I'm going to send 29,000 people back to Nigeria? I don't understand that at all. And the sad thing is that I understand that, English institutions, educational institutions go out to places like Nigeria, and they they advertise their institutions, and they say, come and be an international student in the UK, you'll be able to work while you study. And after the parents have saved up all their money and they've got all their university fees paid, and they send their children or their young people over to do the course, the visa, the entry border force, whoever, they stamp no work visa inside the passport. So these young people come into the country without no means of being able to sustain themselves. I know they're supposed to show how much financial clout they have, but the fact of the matter is they would come into the country thinking at least they can get some little extra pocket money, or they don't have to rely on the finances that maybe their parents have put in their bank account for them. I think they've been cheated. And not only that, after they've graduated, they're told to leave the country and they have to come back for the graduation on a visitor's visa. So they have to pay again to come in. I think it's really, really bad. I don't know why. A lot of people from Africa come over here and, build up the economy through international education and other ways. And, I can understand the Nigerian government being appalled by all of this. It's a national disgrace for them. And can you imagine how it looks from a diplomatic point of view? 29,000 Nigerians are being deported because the implication is that they're foreign criminals. Deportation, as opposed to being removed, implies that they are illegal foreign criminals. And that's not always the case. Sometimes students have overstayed. Sometimes, You know, like I said, when they come over here expecting to work and then it gets stamped no work visa, and then they found out working, they can get done for that. Lots of things. I'm not saying there's no criminals. Of course there must be. Out of 29,000 there must be some criminals. But the fact of the matter is that it's an unfair system. And I don't know how the UK are going to justify deporting that many. I mean, are they saying that 29,000 have done between 1 and 4 years in prison, or over 4 years, because over 4 years is definitely a deportable offence? Is that what they're saying? 29,000 have committed a serious crime? Because that's the implication. And if it's not true, they need to tread carefully, because already they've had to pay for people to come back because of unlawful deportation. And when you're thinking about figures like 29,000, I mean, I don't know if it's because they think that countries are stupid. You know, countries where black people are stupid and ignorant. I don't know if they think that, because I don't understand why they would think they can just send a letter out, or whatever it is they did, or send a statement out, or we're going to deport 29,000 Nigerians, and it's not going to be challenged. I mean, Nigeria is a highly educated country. So why would they think that they can just do that? I mean, I understand with regard to reducing net migration, and I understand if they're all illegal or they've all overstayed. I won't even say illegal, because it does sound as though they're big criminals, but if they're all undocumented and have overstayed, I can understand them going back. But, you know, that would need to be evidenced, the reasons why they're being deported as opposed to being removed. Because remember, if they've just overstayed, they're eligible for removal, not deportation. It's only if they've committed a crime that they get deported. And I understand 5,000 Indians were scheduled for deportation, but they ended up removing themselves, so 500 were deported as opposed to 5,000. But actually 5,000 went back to India. So I don't understand why the word deportation is being used so frivolously. So, yeah, I'll be interested, because I tell you something, Nigeria is on the ball, it's on the case. So they need to know what they're doing if they're thinking about deporting that amount. I mean, how does anybody cope with that amount of people anyway? How does it get to that stage? And why would the UK want to migrate 25,000? I don't understand if they said, okay, I don't even know. I mean, it's beyond me. I don't know the background, so I can't really comment. But I mean, if they are all serious criminals and they have done, you know, the time, and, you know, they're, you know, a threat to our security, and they're, you know, not for the public good and all of those kind of things, then yeah. But other than that, if they've established family and they've got children here and goodness knows what else, they need to be careful, because I do understand that children are really important. The interest of the children, the best interest of the children is really important. You can't just, you know, get rid of people. And where are they holding these 25,000 anyway? Because if they've got 11 detention centres that only hold 4,100, where are these 25,000 deportees? I bet it's a load of hype. I don't even believe it. It doesn't make any sense. And the thing is, you hear so much fake news. You hear so much news all over the place. You don't even know what to believe and what not to believe. So I'm going to choose not to believe this until I hear something a bit more concrete. But I thought I'd put it out there. Bye-bye.